Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I will present COLOS, a European network, which means prevention of honeybee colony losses. So it's what we call cost action from the European Union. So the cost action grant program, but it's only for networking. You cannot get money for running your experiment. It's only for networking, training, and so on. And it's for 3 or 4 years, so we got 4 years, and it gave us more than 10,000 a year for our network. So it started in 2008 and finished in 2012. And now, fortunately, thanks to Peter Neumann, who is now the president of the new association, COLOS is now a formal association, and it's run by Ricola Foundation, which gives us some money to survive, let's say. So the cost action was built up mainly by Peter Neumann, who was the PI, the principal investigator of this cost action, with a few scientists in Europe. And the objective of the project was to improve the health of honeybees. We decided that we didn't want to stay European, but open worldwide. And we wanted to coordinate honeybee research, including the development of standard research methods, and make a dissemination knowledge and providing training related to improving the well-being of bees. So as you see, it's not for working your lab. So after one year of living, we were 60 members with 25 countries. And in 2013, we were 63 countries and more than 300 members. And now, last year, we were more than 300 members from 89 different countries worldwide, including New Zealand, of course. So now, with Ricola Foundation, there is one president with Peter Neumann, very well known, one vice president, one secretary, and an executive committee, and they decide all together what they want as a priority. So we decided to have core project and task force. So 4 core projects: one on monitoring, one on the bee books, so I will tell you about the bee books later, one on beekeeping, and one on bridging research and practices. And we have 5 task force: one on varroa control, one on toxicology of honeybees, one in nutrition, one in bee breeding, which is an old group which now is nested in this COLOS network. One on Vespa velutina. I don't know if you know, but it's a hornet which was imported in France from Chinese potteries, and probably we believe that it's one queen which were there and developed a nest, and now it's everywhere in France, it's in Belgium, in Italy, and it's really a disaster when you see this hornet in the front of your beehive. So one task force for Vespa velutina, and one task force also for small hive beetle, because we are not very lucky, because we got the small hive beetle 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, I don't remember exactly, in Italy. And so they tried to eradicate it, but it was not possible. So probably one day we will get it in France and at least in the Mediterranean countries. So what are Colos achievements? So networking and capacity of building. So what did we do? 11 conference, so with including everybody. So when we were with cost action money, so cost could pay the travel. So it was really wonderful for the scientists, because we knew a lot of scientists, you know, on the paper and the publication, but we didn't know them. So it was a big chance to be together, and we were very good friends, and we had good time. But also we built up strong collaboration together, and it was for all of us a wonderful experience. So 11 conferences, 40 workshops, 40 short-term scientific mission. This was very interesting. For example, at this time I had a PhD student, Claudia Dusoba, and we decided to move on nosema. But I was not a specialist of nosema. Mariano Higues in Spain was the specialist of nosema. So I called him and I said, can you have Claudia for 1 month or so to train her, and that will be paid by Colos? And yeah, no problem. So she went there. She went back in my lab with all the recipe to work on nosema, and it was wonderful. We published together with Mariano, and everybody was happy. So for 40 short-term scientific mission and 5 training school. So another achievement is coordinating the monitoring. So it was a big interest since we were started Colos to make a survey at the European level. So we work a lot on that, and it's now running every year, and we can have appreciation, at least rough, of what's happened on colony losses in Europe. We also run a genotype environment interaction experiment. So basically we exchange the best queens of our country in 2 other countries, and we looked at if they behave the same when they are moved from environment, and so we could appreciate the effect of genotypes and environment, and so it was a nice experience also. We also updated standard for research and monitoring, and we published this Colos B-book, which is now a kind of Bible. Maybe it's not, as Randy said, maybe everything is not wrong in it, but it's at least a good start. And we also try to disseminate our results to stakeholders for bee health. So now what is done, we could coordinate honeybee research and the development of standard research method, disseminating knowledge and providing training. What we should continue is to try to improve the sustainability of bee health, which is not the case. Why? Because there is so many stressors acting on those bees in everywhere, especially in Europe, that we have still a lot of work to do. And finally, the coordination of EU effort with Colos seems desirable to limit redundancy and foster mutual enrichment, and this is really what's happened in Europe. And finally, now, as I told you at the beginning, cost action from EC is over, and it's now granted by Ricola Foundation. Thank you for your attention.